Gilbert the third. Miami Gardens. How long have you been mayor now?
I've been mayor since 2012, so I guess, yeah.
We're going on 7 years.
Going on 7 years, yeah.
Okay, all right. Mayor,
Stand by for a second.
oh, sure.
Fix your ties kind of crooked.
Thank you, they were just gonna let my tie be crooked.
He was the owner.
He's the only one, yeah, no, it was you. Alright.
By the way, those are Mardi Gras colors, and that's on purpose, right?
It wasn't on purpose,
It wasn't on purpose, but it's
those-
my Happy Mardi Gras.
I
like
know,
the
Happy Mardi Gras, it's Fat Tuesday, right?
Purple, green, that's right.
It's Fat Tuesday today.
That's it. Purple, green, and gold.
So this is the day that we're supposed to
Golden
actually
hour.
engage in gluttonous behavior,
That is correct.
and,
Oh, alright.
yeah, so we're supposed to drink a lot and eat a lot today?
That's what's supposed to happen today, yes.
I'll be sure to tell people that.
Alright.
All right.
So, I've talked to you about Jazz in the Gardens before, but it was actually several years ago. I think Suzanne and I were trying to count, it was, we think it was 5 years ago. Let's talk about why you love this event, because I know it's one of your favorite things.
Well, no, Jazz in the Gardens is one of my favorite things because of just the level of community engagement. So you have people who look forward to this. Not just the residents, not just the visitors, but the vendors. People, this is their moment. And so they know they're gonna be in Miami Gardens in March. There's gonna be some really, really, really talented people on stage. There's gonna be some really good food out in the food court area. And there's gonna be a party going on. And we're gonna partake. It's the feeling that Jazz in the Gardens leaves you with. You're satisfied in so many different ways, on so many different levels, that just being able to be the mayor and stand on stage and look out across this beautiful sea of people, some visitors, some residents, and then walk through every section, talking to them, dancing with them, it's very rewarding.
I mean, it's big. We're talking 60,000
Yeah.
people, but we're also talking about like a personal feel to it, almost kind of like a backyard party.
It is a backyard party with Grammy winners on the stage and really, really good food that probably is better than you cooked at home in the food court, and people that you may or may not know and you'll be dancing with and drinking with and eating with. And it's that type of, it's our backyard party. And so it's something that evolved literally in our backyard at the stadium from a few hundred to now thousands. And so it really is an amazing experience. And it's amazing what you can do with the parking lot when you purpose yourself and you're persistent and you're consistent and you focus on people. We focus on the feeling that we're going to give them and not just the concert. The concert, you can get good music in a lot of places, but how you feel when you leave someplace. So that'll bring you back. And that's what's bringing them back.
It's the feeling.
It's the feeling. It's the GITG feeling.
And this started, you told me before, it started with an empty parking lot back in 2004 or 5?
14 years ago, and it was, they tell me it was like 600, 700 people. It was like 12 people. But it was not a lot of people there. You could, but it was good then also. It was good. It was residents that came, they brought their lawn chairs out. And every year, just working towards it, just reimagining it, just listening to the input from residents and visitors and vendors, and how can we make this a better event for you, not just a better concert. And so focusing on making it a better event has done things like, of course, bring people like Lionel Richie, to Jazz in the Gardens, but it's also created the FMAC, the Film, Music, and Art and Culture Conference, and Women's Impact Luncheon, and the Poetry Contest for $10,000 grand prize. And that's focusing on the event, focusing on speaking to the different interests, not just the entertainment interests, but the intellectual interests of our visitors. And so it's been very, very, very rewarding.
And it showcases Miami Gardens.
Yes, it does. And this is the conversation starter. And so we can start talking to you about Jazz in the Gardens because we have these stars that are coming to our stage. And that's all fine and well, but then we're going to talk to you about the type of economic development that's going on in Miami Gardens. Then we're going to talk to you about what we're doing in our parks. Then we're going to talk to you about how we're trying to renovate and reimagine the lighting in the city to make it brighter. And then we're going to talk to you about the 113,000 people who have a city, but they're building a community. And Jazz in the Gardens gives us the opportunity to do that often.
That's the population right now, 113.
113,000
Right,
people.
the largest majority black city in Florida, correct?
The largest, yes, the largest majority black city in Florida, 113,000, the third largest city in Miami-Dade County, and my hometown.
Yeah, your hometown. I mean, this is personal. Let's talk a little bit more about that economic impact. Let me look at my notes here. You've got about 40% of people are out of towners.
Yes.
We are talking about 7.5 million direct expenditures. This is from the Miami
Visitors Convention.
Bureau. 3,371 jobs supported.
Over 3,000 jobs are supported and created because of Jazz in the Gardens, directly and indirectly. And we have, look, they say heads in beds. Jazz in the Gardens puts heads in beds. 40% of the people are, I think, from here, but you got people coming from North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, places where it's cold. They come someplace where it's warm. Places where you can't go outside in a little tank top in March, they come someplace where you can. You can sit out, you can eat some corn, some conch, some barbecue, some peas and rice, some griot. You can have you a nice little drink, and you can get up and you can dance with the stranger all night long to the guy who actually made the song all night long. And so it's that type of thing, and that type of impact. So when you have people who, the vendors who set up here, they're making in those 2 days of the festival, sometimes what they make over the course of at least half the year, but maybe the rest of the year, all because we're learning how to, and we've learned how to actually speak to what people want. So people want to, look, everybody thinks they can grill, but everybody can't really grill that well. But when you go out there and get that barbecue at Jazz in the Gardens, everybody can cut up some conch and some peppers and put some salt and vinegar on it, and they can call it conch salad. But when you go and you get conch salad that's made and it's in a huge pineapple, and there's more conch than vegetables, and the marinade is handmade and it's custom, and you can squeeze a little orange over it, and the orange is a little sweet, so it has the contrast and taste. You get hungry actually thinking about what you're going to eat at Jazz in the Gardens. So those types of things, I think is what makes us unique.
Speaking of food, which you got me sold on the conch and the pineapple, so we spoke with the manager at Golden Crust, and she told me she's looking forward to a chance to showcase her Jamaican cuisine.
That would be wonderful. I know we have like a rigorous vending competition, or people apply for these spots because they're very, very competitive. But I think that Jamaican cuisine, Haitian cuisine, Bahamian cuisine, good old fashioned American cuisine, the barbecue, which is a big seller. I think all of those things are really big hits at Jazz in the Garden. So it's the food is definitely worth the price of admission. Just the food. So when you walk in and you can't decide where you gonna stand first and what you gonna eat first. So that's the struggle for me as well as others. That's why I'm trying to get right. I'm trying to lose me some pounds before Jazz in the Gardens, so I can eat as much as I want at Jazz in the Gardens.
And for local business owners, just who are going to benefit from the impact of the influx of people.
The influx of people, and it's important to know that doesn't just benefit like Miami Gardens business owners. It benefits all of South Florida. So when people come here, they fly into our airport or they drive down. If they fly into our airport, they stay in a hotel somewhere that's in South Florida. They don't just eat in restaurants in Miami Gardens. They eat in restaurants all around South Florida. They might do a little shopping, on Bayside in South Florida. We understand that we have a great event, and our event is hosted in Miami Gardens, but we also understand the greater impact of Jazz in the Gardens affects the Miami-Dade economy and also the Broward County economy.
In a nutshell, what does Jazz in the Gardens really mean to Miami Gardens?
Jazz in the Gardens is our signature event. It's our hello. It's us saying hi to you. It's saying this is our home. We don't know what you heard or what you think, but this is who we are. We're friendly people who like to enjoy ourselves. But on Monday or maybe Tuesday, depending on how much money we have, we're gonna get back up and we're gonna go to work. And we're gonna keep building the community. Jazz in the Gardens is how we say hi to the world.
Thanks so much, Mayor.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, let's